Hello, soul friends. It is Victoria Jaswick, the soul nurturer, here to offer you some nurturing for your soul. This is a video I'm calling transformational tools or a transformational talk. I haven't decided yet, but I'm not going to let it stop me from stepping forward to do this video today. In fact, the whole point of this video is getting out of our way. And the topic is acceptance, accepting ourselves right where we are with our flaws, our messiness, our imperfections. Here's a secret. There are no perfections. There's only progress unfolding, okay? But when we think about what stops us from showing up full out, full blast for our worlds, for our purpose, for our possibilities, oftentimes it is criticism, self-criticism, or from others, but really even external criticism is reflecting where you're already criticizing or judging yourself. So that really intense feeling of judgment, or waiting until we're perfect or prepared or have enough this or have done enough that to show up, to answer a soul call, to offer what we and only we can bring. And I truly believe that. Although I will be honest, I do struggle with that sometimes. In fact, the delay in doing one of these talks on my channel here was the self-talk started showing up. Like, why do we need more videos on YouTube? And isn't there enough material out there? And all that negative self-talk. And I share that because I know, well, I don't know your inner experience, but I can tell you from the people I've worked with and over the 20 years that I've done the work that I have done as a transformational hypnotherapist, if I can talk right now. Oh, first of all, you can hear my voice. I'm just getting over a cold, which I was going to delay this video yet again. But I thought, no, this is where I am. I have a cold, not feeling my best. And that's okay. I'm going to show up anyway, keep the promise to myself, and keep the promise I've made to those of you that are watching with me and this unfolding journey on YouTube. So I just am showing up. So keeping promises and showing up. And so I'm a little tired and a little foggy in my mind, but I'm going to keep going. And that's a big part of my message too. Just show up, keep going. But when we try to take that next step forward, oftentimes we'll feel fear, and then we'll be hit with some judgment or criticism on the inner, right? But what's the antidote to that? What is the healing remedy? I did a little meditation about that. That's also on the YouTube channel. You can listen to that as a follow-up after watching this. The remedy is acceptance. Accepting ourselves right where we are, just as we are, no matter what, right? It's, oftentimes I've laughed with clients over the years over things like, I want to go to the gym and I want to start working out. Well, when will you start? Well, I need to let go of a few pounds before I do that, right? I got to get prepared before I can go do the thing I want to do. These stories we tell ourselves that keep us stuck. And I often talk about this too, in that safe comfort zone place, right? Well, there's so much more for us outside of our comfort zones, and that is what our souls are calling us to. So when we learn to accept ourselves right where we are, it's easier, right? Easier said than done, right? So one of the things I'd like to just suggest is just to empty all the judgments, get a piece of paper out, write them out. All your judgments, okay? It's not a piece of paper you're going to keep. Don't put it in your journal. It's something you're going to shred or burn, get rid of. But all the judgments, I'll tell you some of mine, and I'm okay to say these because I've already cleared them and I'm already stepping forward. But yeah, I have judgments, or had judgments. They creep up about starting a YouTube channel. One of my big judgments that's been along this journey with me. I'm sorry, I keep looking down to my computer, so that's why I don't know what it looks like, but I'm looking over here at my computer to look at some notes I did type. One of the judgments, and this judgment or negative belief or story has been with me since I was very young. and that is it's too late. And I can remember going back to college for the first time. Well, I tried at 17. Long story there. I enrolled in college at 17, and well, I'll tell you, my mom died the week that college started. And I was 2 weeks late in starting that semester, and the first professor that I had, the first class, sort of berated me in front of the class. And who did I think I was to show up late to class? And did I think I was special? And all of that just shamed me in front of the class. And I didn't have the words nor confidence to say, hey, look, my mom just died. It's a hard time for me. I just simply gathered my things and walked out with tears streaming down my face. And then when I was 24, I had someone convince me to go back to school. And I did, and I felt completely uncomfortable because I was 24 hanging out with these 17 and 18-year-olds, and I felt too old, too late. I thought too late to go to college. Now, that seems really silly when I think back to that scenario, but here I am now, at the age that I am now, entering into this world of social media, which is really very, very congested and very busy with a lot of other voices and younger people, younger women doing things that I'm doing. And I'm being really transparent because I know that I'm not alone in this. And so part of my message, I realize my audience is probably women my age or older who have held themselves back. And I want us to rally. I call it, let's rally for our soul calls. And for some of us getting a little bit older, it's getting to the last soul call, the last call. Get it? So I'm stepping forward for you and for all ages, really. But I have a sense, the younger generation is covered by those brave younger women and men who are stepping forward to outreach with their skills and gifts and message. And they're doing a great job. And so I'm trailing behind, getting into this social media arena, stretching out of my comfort zone, getting on video, practicing as I go, and hopefully not perfecting, but creating progress as I go. And so that message, it's too late, you're too old, has been with me for a long time. So that was really big. It's been big since I decided to do the YouTube channel. It's been safe for me to do the meditations because you don't see me. But here I am, right? So that's one of my judgments. Too old. The other one is, I'm not going to go through all my laundry list, but I'm just doing this to invite you to just get it out. Cough it. I call it cough up a fur ball. Get it out. Look at it. Okay, what is that? Why, when we think about it, or we don't let it come out and we're thinking about it in our minds and it's ruminating in there, it's growing bigger and bigger. And the minute we give ourselves permission to speak it out loud or put it on paper and let it go, it doesn't have as much power over us. So you want to clear the judgments and the fears, okay? When we are in judgment or critical or really sensitive to criticism around us, we're already in fear. So we want to clear the fear, okay? So I'm going to take you through a little process that I came up with yesterday because this is my truth. Yesterday, I've been sick for a few days, but yesterday I thought, I'm not going to do this. Why am I going to do this? Who even cares? That whole negative story running really, amok. And so really this journey with YouTube, everything I offer, my meditations, the book I'm writing, it's all to help others on their journey of transformation and healing and unfolding. But it's also for me. Truly, that's the big message I'm delivering through me, for you. That we need to show up for our lives, and I call it take our own soul medicine, and offer ourselves those things we offer so freely to others: compassion, love, acceptance, forgiveness, grace, all those wonderful things that as we can practice that for ourselves, we can become who we are truly meant to be. And it's not really even becoming, it's sort of becoming, it's unfolding, but it's really re-emerging our authentic selves. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. So I thought of this in terms of a couple steps. Acceptance, it's so crucial. Not only accepting ourselves, but accepting what is around us in the world. There's a lot that is feeling chaotic right now. And I like to remind my clients that chaos is a couple steps just before major transformation. So it can feel daunting and overwhelming. But when we work with ourselves and we do our inner work and we notice our thoughts and we set ourselves up for success with new patterns and thoughts, and self-care practices, that moves through us to support the world around us and those around us, but rippling all the way out into the world. Hopefully I'm going to keep my voice because I've been coughing, and I was in session yesterday, and right in the middle of imagery, my voice went. So I am going to affirm and give my throat a little a little love right now, a little water. And maybe you can just take a breath with me because I'm going to keep going. That's life. Spilling as I go. One of the things I'm going to say about these videos, you're going to notice I'm not editing. And I may skip over words or even mess up what I'm trying to say. But that's life. When we're talking to each other, we don't say, hold on a minute, let me edit and rewind and do that again. We just stay present and we keep going. So that's my goal with these videos and even the meditations. I'm just going to keep going. My throat wants me to pause. Okay. Keep going, keep growing, keep showing up, okay? That's what I'm going to demonstrate for you, model for you, hopefully, and offer for myself. So we can all just stumble and fall together and keep going. And I call it loving ourselves forward. Because if we hold back and we get pulled down by self-criticism or judgment, we don't get to deliver our gifts, or we don't get to show up and be of service or support to others, or do what we're here to do, or be who we're meant to be. Okay? So here are my steps for moving through acceptance. And I wanted to start with a quote that I love by Iyanla Vanzant. She's one of I call her a spiritual mentor. I had the good fortune of being in many of her lectures when I attended Agape years ago. She's still someone, a bright light I turn to. She speaks to my soul. And I love this quote. She says, acceptance means that regardless, okay, I'm accepting this right now. I'm going to give my throat some love. Okay. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Okay. Acceptance means you can stumble over your words and still love yourself. Acceptance means that regardless of what happened or what is happening, that there is something bigger at work. Yeah. Something bigger than, let me do that again. Acceptance means that regardless of what has happened, that there is something bigger than you at work. That's something bigger at work. When we get out of our way, we can allow it to work through us. And I'm praying that happens right now. So I'm surrendering this going on right now. Step 1 for acceptance. And I'm going to demonstrate this, and I need it right now. Which is to fill up with love within your body and your being. Because as I mentioned earlier, holding ourselves back or judging and criticizing ourselves comes from fear. So let's fill up with some love. And hopefully my throat will get this, and the love will let my voice expand right now. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. And just imagine filling up with love, and whatever that looks like or feels like for you Maybe it's someone you love. You can imagine them holding you. Maybe it's you connecting to God and filling up with that unconditional love. Or a beloved pet. Just fill up with love for just a moment. Just let it pour into your body, in every cell of your body. I'm focusing on my throat, but wherever you most need it, but really expanding it all the way through and down into the earth and up and around you. So let's focus on love. Breathe into love. And exhaling fear. Noticing what you notice. Accepting what shows up. I'm accepting that I feel like I have to burp. Oh my goodness, accept it all. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going. How can we not practice acceptance when, here's my topic, acceptance, and part of me wants to stop this video and try again. Nope, I'm going to keep going. Because if we accept all that is in every situation, we are at home in ourselves. We are walking in peace. We are walking in trust. We are allowing. We're just being with what is. I came up with this term last night talking to my husband. Let's see if I can remember it. Oh, yes. Fluidity. It's a combination of flow and fluidity. Fluidity. When we're in acceptance, we can be in that flow state. So, filling up with love first. Just really, really expand it, relax into it, be held by it. Love. I think that we all have a deficit of love. We could all use more love for ourselves, for those around us, for the world. Imagine all the people in chaos out there just feeling and knowing that they're loved. Notice what that might look like. What would be different? Okay, great, good. Keep going with that. Now, step 2, which can be combined with step 1, filling up with love, is just to simply put your hand over your heart, okay? And you can do this with your eyes closed as well. Hand over heart, really feeling, just, for me, I feel really warm inside, focusing on all that love, allowing that love to be with me. When we do this process, first starting with love, it reinforces that we are lovable. And the natural next step is we are lovable just as we are, which is the step of acceptance. So as you place your hand over your heart, we're going to focus on acceptance now. What does acceptance mean to you? What does it look like? What does it feel like? And offering yourself this opportunity to step on the vital step of acceptance. Acceptance is where we meet ourselves right where we are in order to walk forward and toward what calls to us. You can't skip the step of acceptance, because what happens is if you push yourself forward, feeling the judgment and the criticism, you'll create something down the road that sabotages yourself. So let's now think of something that we can stretch into accepting in ourselves. Think of one of those critical messages that you say, or self-judgments. For me, again, being really transparent, I'm just, here I am, right? And that is, being a healer, being a transformational hypnotherapist, where I work with people on their health and vitality and on weight management. And right now, I am over my ideal weight. And right now, I'm having some, obviously I've got a cold. I've been having some chronic colds, and I've been having chronic pain issues. I'm going to scratch that. I'm going to cancel that and say I've had the experience. I want to make that distinction, because a lot of times our self-talk keeps claiming the thing we don't want. So I have the experience, or I'm experiencing, okay? Let's be clear there. So that's something I can really use some acceptance with, okay? So the way you're going to do this is pick that something that trips you up, holds you back, and just bring that into your heart. And imagine as that statement, that thought, or maybe it's an image of your body or something going on with your work or relationship, bring that into your heart. Feel it dissolving and shifting in love, and with the willingness to accept this is what's going on. This is where I'm at. This is what I look like. And I hope you can begin to feel kind of, for me, what I'm noticing, it's like a melting, just melting. That's my word. Maybe you'll find another. So acceptance, just like, yeah, melting all that other stuff so that my authentic self can emerge, okay? I hope that's what's going on for you. Now we're going to stretch a little bit with acceptance. Now, you can keep your hand on your heart if you want to. I want you to think about something that you're experiencing that you're struggling with on the external. It can be a challenging, difficult person. It can be a change in your job or relationship. And don't go too big. I mean, if you want to, I know we could all probably stretch out to the current political climate and find some place to practice acceptance, but it may be too big of a stretch. But it is a good stretch, and it's an important stretch for all of us to do right now. So think about that situation, and then let's go back in. So go back into your heart again. You can put your hand over your heart again. Go back in. The first thing I want you to notice is the love inside holding you first. And then find that self-acceptance, accepting yourself right where you are. And now I want you to imagine you're just sending that energy outward now, out of your body, that you're held in it, love and acceptance, but now you're just sending it to that situation, to that person. And if this is too big of a stretch, like I'm not ready to accept this situation or this person, the most beautiful and supportive next step is willingness. Willingness opens the door to that path we want to walk on. And it aligns with our mind, body, and soul and helps us get into position to move in the direction that we're being called. So if you can't full on offer that person acceptance or that situation acceptance, just be willing to accept what is, okay? All right. Now, just being in that space and feel that, notice that in your body. Now, this is the solidifier, the thing that concretizes what we're trying to create, whether it's this practice of acceptance. Before we go to this step, think about what does acceptance offer you, provide you with? Accepting yourself, accepting the situation. What do you receive? Is it more peace, more joy? Think of the gift you receive in return. I just noticed I was jiggling the camera a little bit, so I'm accepting that this video is, I know, is not going to be perfect, and it's okay, and I accept it. I hope you all accept it too. All right, so this next step is to offer gratitude. Again, great solidifier. Gratitude expands. I'm not going to get too woo-woo here because, well, first of all, my clients tell me you're not woo-woo. You may be a little woo, but you're not woo-woo. But it does expand energy to connect us to what it is we're trying to create. I don't know how. I'm not going to explain that now. But just trust me on that. And really, honestly, think about when you do practice gratitude, how do you feel? Do you feel contracted in fear, or do you feel expanded and alive? So we're going to offer gratitude. First of all, grateful for the practice of acceptance and what it provides us and allows us to be and do. But offer it in any way you want to. Like, I'm grateful that I am able to shift my perception about myself, about this person, okay? Just giving thanks. And this is where you can really stretch. I'm really giving thanks to my body giving me feedback that I need a little bit more support and attention, that something's going on, right? I give thanks to my body being just as it is. I give gratitude that my body is still the vehicle I can move through and have my life through, just as it is, and all the many things I can do. I give thanks for. So give some gratitude, and then stretching to the person or the situation that can be challenging. And what you can do, I love to reframe it this way. You ask, why is this happening for me? Or why did that happen for me? And when we look with gratitude, we can find those gems, okay? Polish them up with gratitude. That I can be grateful for, past relationships that were difficult. I'm grateful for what was cultivated in me. I'm grateful for the lesson that he or she taught me. Any difficult transition, I'm grateful for what I learned. I'm grateful for the strengths. You can go on in this way, but find something to be grateful for the thing that you are accepting. These two, acceptance and gratitude, work really well together and are very supportive on the inner, okay? So, and keep your acceptance alive by affirming it every day. I accept that my camera is wobbly. I don't know why. I think my foot keeps hitting it. I accept that acceptance is good. Whatever, just to keep it alive. I love and accept myself. I accept my life. I accept things just as they are. Keep it expanding, keep it growing. And the really powerful references that to affirm is that acceptance is healing, okay? It's essential to the journey of transformation, okay? Now we're going to play together, and I want you to think about what's possible now that you have acceptance. Now that you've accepted you right where you are, what is possible? What is something that has been calling to you that you've put off, that you've held back? And now you can move forward with love and acceptance. And I would love it if you would play big with me and comment below with that. I now accept. You don't have to accept the thing that you accepted. What is it? I accept now that this, get it out of the way. Or just claim, I accept myself just as I am, and I still can, and now I am. And then comment and post what it is you're going to move towards, what you're able to do. Me accepting myself just as I am allowed me to show up to create a video for you, okay? So that's pretty much what I have for you today. I can't, emphasize enough that I really truly believe that we're all in this together. As I work on myself and heal myself, that ripples out to all of you. As you work on yourself and practice these tools I'm sharing with you, that ripples out to you, your family, your community, the world. We're all in this together. And as we nurture our souls, we grow that vital potential and our purpose that is meant for the world, that is meant to be contributed and shared. So as we do this, nurturing our souls together, we thrive together, we grow together, we thrive together. So I hope that something in this video nurtured your soul and inspired you today. And I'd like to hear what that was, and any comments. Comments even on how, to improve. I'm also a work in progress, as we all are. These videos are indeed a work in progress. Comments on future topics or suggestions, whatever. I want to hear from you. And I really want to thank you from my heart for watching. Really, this is, I'm going to tell you this too, the almost giving up yesterday. Today, I had a client who came in and said, thank you for your videos. They are helping me. And that was all I needed. I said, okay, that was a sign. Keep going. So comment, share this with your friends. And let's just keep growing together, nurture our souls together. My honor to nurture yours. I love the concept of being a soul nurturer, because I nurture your soul, I nurture mine. And a nurtured soul grows beauty and possibilities for the world. And isn't that amazing? And isn't that what we're all here to do? So let's nurture our souls, and let's grow together, and let's thrive together. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take good care of yourself.